What's going on, bud? How you doing? I desperately need to buy a new arm. This one sucks. Oh, I'm feeling good. Here you go. Yep, Cheerful Frogman. That hasn't leaked yet. So, soon it will. What's going on, Creepa? How you doing? Star-Lord. No, I just started, man. I see one YouTuber and 6 Twitchers. 7 Twitchers. Twitchies. Twitchites? I don't know what you call yourselves. I don't know. Awesome Sauce. Big fan of Awesome Sauce. I got to upgrade lighting. It's the little things that make you excited. Um, I found a 2 pack of LED adjustable, gellable um, lights with tripods and swivel stands for like $45 on they're not like super nice. Um, like they're light, but they're gonna do the job. What's going on, D-Mac? How you doing? I'm also hoping I fixed the microphone issue. We're gonna know in 10 minutes, but I did install new drivers. So we'll see. Oh, great, man. I get to spend a ton of time with my family, and that is something I really needed. Plus, I'm actually sleeping, which is amazing. What is going on, Ninja? The only ninja that matters. You're way cooler than the other ninja. So, Binda, I gotta ask you a question. Do you cook everything yourself, or do you have a chef that cooks for you? Nice, Haji. I actually had a you cook everything yourself. Haji, I'm gonna give it right back to you. You have to do a demo. You have to do cooking channels or something. I'm not joking. I'm not being facetious. I'm not trying to kiss up to you. If you can make it as elegant as it looks, um, you would make a fortune doing a cooking live stream. I've been talking to some people when I ran into somebody when I was trying to pick out different lighting solutions, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I actually just stare at a camera and talk to people. I don't really do anything at the moment yet." Um, and he's like, "Oh, the big thing, cooking channels. People are getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of racked views and consecutive views for cooking channels." And I swear to you, you are the first person I thought of. I was like, man, with all of the different dishes and all of the different things that you've done. Now, I know I'm pretty sure you have a private. I don't mean to blow up your spot because I think you have a private Instagram. But if you could on video create those things that you take pictures of, my goodness, my goodness, I'd watch. Sean, you used to cook. Nice. You listen. I can pour some milk on cereal like nobody's business. Nobody's business. Haji, I actually had a 4 hour and 20-minute conversation. Mel, you said I'm getting bad echo. Let's see if we can get rid of the echo. Well, that makes sense. Hmm. All right, how about now? Is that any better? Pork belly. Oh, nice. Was that it? Was that the issue? Did I resolve it? Oh, yes. I'm getting good at this. I mean, not good. I'm getting better at this. So the reason you were getting doubled is because I've been fiddling around with a setup. Now, I don't want you guys to read too far into this, but I was just messing around with my setup. And this is kind of a setup that I was working with. Now, I don't know why I would be working on this type of setup. I just figured it would be something kind of cool to be able to have. So don't read too far into it. But I was messing around with different things. What's going on, Wolf? Sing a little Journey Separate Ways. I can't sing. I can't sing. If you held a gun to my head, I would not be able to sing. It's terrible. It's bad. Just hold on, hold on, wait. Is that better? Wow, that's really close. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna need a bigger. I'm gonna need a bigger desk for any other reason I ever needed to do that. That's a good possibility. If you have headphones on, you are getting left audio. What up, Beardy? Good to be seen. How are you, friend? I just cut it. Oh well, hey, listen, don't break up on my account. Yeah, well, I can't speak to that. Oh yeah, Sean, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. The Harry Potter Legos are off the chain. We're gonna have all of them. We're gonna be building the entire castle. About $100 at a time. Ah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Today I was astounded. I found out that Bluey, season 2 of Bluey, is finally here in America, and I am stoked. Bluey is the best. If you're not watching the cartoon Bluey on Disney Plus, you're mistaken. Then the Cars, Star Wars, then the Cars, then the Dots, then the Avengers. So I have 15 of you here, if these numbers are to be believed. The Bugatti is an awesome set. Ice Wolf, listen, if you can afford a Chiron, dude, we need to hang out more. Um, all right, so 15 of you, let's kind of get started. Um, the Patreons voted, they have spoken, and we're going to kick the day off with talking about some sports headlines. I mean, after all, I did claim to be a sports channel about life, sports, and everything. Comic Con, you got to do it. So I wanted to get into at least start with some of the sports headlines, and the first one I want to get into is probably the one that my hockey fans are going to be like, "There's no way he doesn't start," with Mark Scheifele and that charging call and subsequent injury. Thankfully, it wasn't serious. That occurred last night. If you haven't seen it, all right, Dave, that's tomorrow. You're a day early, bud. Um, I watched the video a couple of times. I read an excerpt that somebody posted about the definition of charging. And yeah, that was charging. There's no arguing there. Yeah, Jake Evans got just decimated on a basically a tap in empty netter. Um, Shifley just destroyed him. Just destroyed him. Um, I'm surprised the players. I mean, they went after him, but nobody got a hold of him. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to get a hold of Mark Shifley and give him the business while he's down. Not that I condone that. I'm just saying, you can't let that happen to your players. But that was nuts. I heard he's not in the hospital. He's actually back at the team hotel, so that's a great sign. But that could have been a lot worse, especially the way he landed. I mean, you have serious neck issues there. You could end up like Eichel and need a cervical replacement on his neck. That's an ugly hit. I'm sure. I am just sure that Peros, who is the head of player safety, and might I add, has a career of good sportsmanship. Um, Peros, very rarely the fighter in his playing days, and not somebody that would ever look to inflict pain on another person. That Peros, I'm certain the full extent of punishment will be given because of how well Peros has handled everything so far this year, and how in no way he has allowed hockey to devolve into the way it was in the late 70s and early 80s. I mean, it's obvious that's not going to happen. It's obvious that he shouldn't be replaced this offseason with somebody who can do the job better. Um, I mean, obviously, because I don't criticize professional sports, and that would be criticizing professional sports to say that, you know, I would be criticizing him if I said that he was a bootlicking turd burglar. And I wouldn't do that because that's unprofessional. And that's not something that I want on my brand. Um, that if my mustache could beat up his mustache in a mustache fight, um, although true, wouldn't be something that I would put on video. Um, so there's that. I also want to point out that I've gotten to the 17 and a half minute mark and my mic hasn't cut off. So while I may only be outputting in your left ear, at least I'm not getting cut off. Vegas is breaking your heart. Let's talk about missed shots with Vegas. Do we want to start with missed shots? Do we want to start with what seemed to be lack of hustle? Not that, I've been watching a ton of hockey. I've been watching a little bit of hockey. I know we got 2 games on right now that I'm missing, but I'd rather be with you than watching hockey. But yeah, Vegas, goodness gracious. So that was the first one. That was the first one was to daring to yeah, right. The Shifley I knew was going to be the first thing I wanted to point out, and definitely not to point out what a bad job Peros does in his job that he gets paid for. I would never want to do that because that's unprofessional and mean. Now we get to switch some gears. Let's talk about basketball indirectly. I know you guys love when I talk basketball and my infinite knowledge about 3-point shots, dunking, and offsides and icing, I think is also basketball terms that I can use. But what I want to talk about is actually nothing to do with the actual sport of basketball, but Nike. I want to criticize Nike, or at least I want answers from Nike. Now, I'm a nobody, but I think it needs to be said, and I think the more people that talk about this are gonna help the point. So Kobe's wife had designed a pair of sneakers in memory of their daughter called they were going to call them the Mambasitas. Mambasitas. The Mambasitas were a black and white coloration of Kobe's shoes that had their number, his and her numbers on the back, Mambasita on the back, the butterfly pattern and custom detailing on the inside of the shoe. And as some of you know that follow it, they did not continue the Nike contract. And somebody, I don't know who this person is. I know they're a sneakerhead because the photo had context that lets me know that they're professional collectors. Posted a photo of what looks like a pair of Mambasitas. And it's shocking because Nike doesn't have a contract to put them out per se as of yet. And yet it looks like somebody made them. And it's definitely not photoshopped. But what they probably did is they probably had a prototype. They probably mocked up a few pairs as a demo. But somehow, some way, let a couple of those pairs that were mocked up into the hands of somebody who shouldn't have them. Nike needs to kind of tell us why that happened, because that's just morally wrong. Are you angry that they didn't re-sign their contract? Are you upset that, there's a possibility that they're going to do their own venture? I don't know. I'm an Adidas guy, so I have no tie to Nike. But that is no bueno. Shoes look good, by the way. They're sharp. I like them. I took notes. I'm crossing off my notes. All right, now we're going to talk about the stuff that I know a lot about. So the USFL is back in 2022. Oh, how stupid. What about Jake? No, you know what? I'm going to stop you at the word Jake, Sean. Um, I don't want to give that family a moment of airtime. I honestly don't. Um, I try to conduct myself in a way that does not show negatively um, on my family or my son. And that family um, has made a living off of being D-bags, out of being people that have no regard for other people, for humanity, for anything other than themselves. They are classless ass clowns. Pardon my French. The lot of them. And believe me, with the life that I led, and you guys don't know about it. One of these days, I'll get into the real blue stories to me. I'm not lying to you when I say that. The only difference is I didn't feel like I needed to put it on camera. Um, I could definitely act like them, probably worse. Uh, but I have class. I want to set an example. I'm not a role model. Nobody wants to be a fat bald guy. I'm definitely not a role model, but I like to hold myself with a level of dignity that that family seems to lack. Um, they're turd sandwiches. They are they are like toenail fungus. That is how low I think they are. I don't care if it's an act. I don't care if it's like, oh, we're just doing it for money. I don't care. I that it bothers me what they do. It bothers me how they act. It bothers me that millions of people are watching them just to see what kind of dumb things they do. That's right, Dave. That's right. But if you need that ear lick, that's right. That's right. I have class. um, but it's just it's obscene. It's ridiculous. I agree. I can't stand them. I I don't wish them harm, but I do wish that collectively the world will look at them and realize this is not what our children should be watching. This isn't who we should be giving our ad money to. These aren't the people that we should be rooting for because there's nothing for them to root for. They're garbage people. Um, they're the worst kind of society's parasites. They're basically sociopaths, and one of them is worse than the other. I'm not going to name them by name, but we know which one is the real loser of the two. Going on, Benj. Excuse me. I can't stand them. Every time I see their face, it angers me. I'm not a fan. Um, oh no, I agree. I agree that it is a lot of these social influencers, and that's why I hate the term. And the only reason I put it on my Instagram is because it's basically, I put it in there facetiously. It's kind of a joke to say that I'm a card influencer, because what is a card influencer? Like it's a joke. It's funny. That's why I put it on there. That was a joke that I put card influencer on my Instagram. I think it's hilarious. I still look at it and go, card influencer. That's rich. It's funny to me. I don't know if everybody else gets that joke, but I think it's hilarious. But those are there's society's They're cysts on the health of society. They're the pyelinated cysts on the tailbone of the internet. And I just hope collectively people get together and go, you know what, let's just stop talking about these guys. Um, they're 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 smart for being stupid, and they get to laugh all the way to the bank. While people who try to put out good content, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about people who really try to put out good content, who are going day in and day out trying to make great videos for people and aren't getting the attention. And those people are struggling, and they're, getting bending over backwards to get just 10 people to watch their videos, and they're trying to put something real into the internet and into the ether. And then you have these just wastes of gray matter that are floating around making the mockery of sports. Not that boxing needed much more mocking. It was getting pretty weak to begin with. But they're turds. They are turds. And it's sad that they have the following that they do. It really is. It really, really is. So I didn't expect that to be in the sports topic because I didn't consider that sports. Ice Wolf, we really are. Yeah, Bourbon, what's up, brother? I feel like we are in the prequel to the movie Idiocracy. It's only a matter of time before we start spraying Gatorade on the crops, and because it's what plants need. I mean, I don't want to get political. While we didn't have a world championship wrestler as a president, we did have a reality TV star as a president. It's not a criticize. That's not a criticism. It's not. That's just a fact. That's a fact. I'm not getting political. I'm simply stating that's a fact. Um, and it's ridiculous. It is. It really is getting there. The kids are. You have those brothers have like 24 million followers, and yet some of the best science and knowledge based people have 200,000 followers. I don't know, maybe we have to use science to do stupid things, and that's, maybe we should disprove something with science that people will start watching it. Oh, I'm good, Bourbon. I'm fantastic. I hope you're well. And Bourbon, I hope you are so busy with clients that you don't have any time to rest, that you work through your lunch. That's what I hope. Water is for the toilet only. Yeah, those guys, I mean, if I was to do an adult show, I could do an easy half-hour burn on those brothers. It would be so colorful that it would have made George Carlin blush. That is how much I would light them up. Unfortunately, my vitriol for them does not allow me to do it in a family-friendly manner. Good, good. That's a good thing, Bourbon. Another thing I want to talk about, besides the USFL, besides Fox Sports bringing back the USFL. Stop. Stop making more football leagues. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Come on. Just stop it. There's one football league that's just the way it's going to be. There's nothing you can do about it. Quit. You're just throwing money away. But yeah, the Fox announced the USFL is coming back 2022. And spoiler alert, Fox is part owner of the company that is going to be bringing it to the world. So no kidding. Oh, it'll be, if it gets through a season, I'd be stunned. I'd be stunned. But no wonder Fox owns part of the parent company that's going to put out the USFL. So that's everything you need to know right there. And then continuing in the NFL, um, yeah, NFL, XFL, USFL. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Um, Now, speaking of far-reaching greed, NFL, I'm talking about you. Somebody said it's a good idea if we start looking at hosting games. What's up, bro? How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, cards and more. Um, yeah, I will. Um, the NFL now wants to look at going to Germany and playing games in Germany because, hey, England is just not far enough to have one of these teams go to. And you know it's an East Coast team that is going to be stuck going out there because of the time difference. Although, admittedly, the Rams did it a couple years ago to England. But stop. I get it. You want to grow the brand. If you want to grow the brand, go back to NFL Europe, do some more of those foster leagues that they did over there, and do that. USFL season champ should replace the worst team of the NFL on a season to season basis. Now that's entertainment. Dave, what do they call it in Premier League? Relegation. Relegation. The bottom two teams are relegated to the Championships League, and the championship two top championship teams are bumped or promoted to Premier League. I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with that because all of these backroom deals that these owners are doing are not going to happen anymore. Well, actually, fun fact, Germany is the largest consumer of NFL and American football in Europe. That is actually a statistical fact. When NFL Europe was folding, there was actually three teams in Germany. Teams had moved to Germany because that country was able to sustain three NFL Europe teams. So Germany is huge on American football. Big time fans of American football. Oh, absolutely, Dave. I agree. I agree. Yeah, actually, look it up. I know this as a fact. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's true. Germans love American football. They are rabid for it. 5 Mile High Stadium. They get to play with oxygen tanks. Yeah, yeah, it's big. It's huge over there. Um, Germany would do well in Germany. They would probably do better than they're doing in England. Although they are playing at Tottenham. They're playing at the Hotspurs Stadium this year. They're doing where the Hotspurs are, so it'd be a slightly different crowd. I had notes about women's figure skating, but I forgot the details. So we're gonna skip women's figure skating, um, and mixed doubles tennis. I decided to skip those two. So I have an idea, and this is dead serious. Since most of my regulars are here right now, most of the people I love and care about are here. What are y'all doing Saturday at 9 p.m.? Anybody got plans Saturday 9 p.m.? What's going on? How are you doing, Carol? Carol, you're never late. You're always on time. I was thinking about having a pajama party. I'm not joking. I'm thinking 9 o'clock on Saturday. We all put on our jammies, and for those who don't go to bed wearing anything, first of all, second of all, buy some pajamas. Um, let's biomutant. There it is. I want to have a pajama party, and in addition, uh, to the pajama party, for crowd participation, anybody. Here you go, Furman. How about 10 p.m.? Why 10, Mel? If I do it at 10 p.m., that seems late. I'm sure Mel has a reason for me not to do it at 9. Maybe I'm forgetting one of our shows that's on or something like that. But pajama party. Everybody wear pajamas. I'll throw a pair of pajamas on for the live feed. Maybe make some popcorn, though I won't eat it because that'll just be, well, I mean, unless you're into ASMR, then that'll be your thing. And then everybody, sensors are looser for the 10 p.m. slot. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, that just means I can stream longer if I start at 9. So I'm thinking we do a pajama party. Everybody tunes in their jammies, and if you take a photo of you watching the stream in your jammies, and please keep it family friendly. This is a family friendly thing. I may have a prize pack of little things, trinkets, tchotchkes, if you will. I will send a little care package your way. I will randomly, yeah, Belinda, I need to figure out how to, that whole discard thing. But you can do it that way too. But I was going to do a little bit of a giveaway. Just I don't have any gel pens. I'm sorry. All that time working there, and I didn't get a single set of gel pens for myself. Mel got a thing of gel pens because we actually bought a mystery box. But we are going to put together, when we will random one lucky winner who posts a photo of them watching the stream in their jammies, family-friendly jammies. We will put together a little care package and send it out your way. So, who's coming with me, man? Who's coming with me? I think it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. It'll be slightly used gel pens. Slightly used gel pens. Hey, there you go. I'm giving you 2 days, 2.5 days notice. For you, Belinda, I'm giving you a day and a half notice. I mean, you know what I mean. So, yeah, jammy party on Saturday. I'm gonna announce it officially tomorrow, or maybe later tonight if I have time before I go to sleep. But we're gonna do a pajama party. Hey, listen, you know, all I hear are excuses. I don't hear any solutions. Let's be proactive. Let's get dressed down for the occasion. Now, I mean, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't actually wear jammies to bed per se, but I own jammies. Hey, that's okay. Listen, all you need them is technically for a photo. I can't prove that you were wearing them the whole show. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little giveaway pajama party. Maybe we'll talk about movies on Saturday. As a matter of fact, I think we're gonna talk about movies on Saturday. And by the way, Sean, congratulations on having PJs that are 4 sizes too big. That means you're 4 sizes smaller than you used to be, and that's a good thing. Listen. Why you would put my face on anything is just nightmare inducing. That's like going out for drinks with one of the Paul brothers and waking up with a splitting headache and not remembering the last 4 hours. I'm talking real nightmare material. Mel would wear it. Mel would. She would. And that's not even a joke. I'm resigned in the fact that, yeah, my wife would actually wear pictures of me on her jammies. Yeah, Sean. Oh, that is great. So, fun fact, everybody. Sean, the Creeper, living up to his name, um, had my face, mustache included, as his eye, his the face setting on his watch. It was hilarious. I have photos somewhere. Right, DC Jamas. That's it. That'll work. DC Jamas. DC Hamas. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait for it. Wait for it. Or don't. Boy, we send a lot of photos, don't we? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I mean, how spot on is that? That's quality. That is Sean for you. God, this is brilliant. Hold on, I gotta mute that. There we go. Yeah, that's real. That happened. That is a thing that occurred. That is a thing. That's dedication. Just put that on Discord. There you go. If you need to get to the Discord, somebody will have to tell you how to get there because I still don't 100% know what a Discord is. Hello, new subscriber. Oh, Justin Payne is just in time. What up, JP? And there it is. Leave it to VIP. How's it going, buddy? How are you doing? Man, I have to. The beard portion of this is getting kind of out of hand. I gotta trim that down. I'm fantastico. I can't complain. It wouldn't be worth complaining because you come here for uplifted spirits, not complaints. That's amazing, Benj. That is absolutely amazing. Melissa, who? Oh, thank you, Mel. Yeah, I heard that she did a little recruiting. I also heard, a little birdie may have told me, that a lot of people have been posting on social media sites owned by my previous employer, wondering where I am, what happened, why I'm not there, and what's going on. And for some reason, they're not getting answers. Hey, listen, reach out to people. I'm not, I mean, I would never and can't tell you how to do it, but through mediums outside of the normal mediums, if you know somebody or if you run into people, if you talk to people, let them know where I'm at. Let them know what I'm doing. Let them know that I am still here and love each and every one of you. And we're still, just chatting, having a good time. Because it wasn't so much the cards as it was the people. Now, do the cards help? Oh, yeah. Cards bring up a lot of really fun things. You know, Benj, it's funny. I have a number in my head. I have a number. And I can't legally give you the number, but I'm pretty certain if we were to, what's going on, Motley? If we were to quantify the losses, pretty sure my number is spot on. Benj, I'm sure your number's not very far off at all, and it actually may be on the lower end, believe it or not. Um, but I can't legally get into details at all. But you might be slightly lowballing that number, truthfully, for the time being. It fluctuates like anything else. Anything else you do, there's high points and low points during the season. I mean, obviously, when basketball season's over, people aren't going out there buying basketball boxes or paying, 12 grand for a box of flawless basketball. All right, so I went through the five topics I wanted to talk about. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute icon is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Card Killer. Card Killer, if you recall from my previous video, guys, Card Killer is the one that made the Konami code. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. But we are in the presence of a true artist. Um, Go ahead, follow Card Killer as you see him on the screen right now. Look him up. Follow the man, legendary. And I'm not trying to be that guy, but um, Card Killer is basically the person who single-handedly got me into the art card or the card art scene. So give him a follow. Look at his things. Mind blowing. Some really cool stuff. Multiple mediums. Has some amazing hats that he's put out too. So good stuff. Shout out to Card Killer. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah. So Sean knows. Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Sean knows. We also with Donnie B, another one that's putting out some amazing things. As a matter of fact, today we were bidding on a couple of things from a few different people. So big ups, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, much love, dude. Thank you. So we. I've extinguished the five talking points that I want to get started with. Let's open up the floor to some of you. What type of things do you want to get down to? We can talk about pretty much anything at this point. What's going on, Hellbolt? I love you, man. I hope you are safe and please hydrate, my friend. Bolt was killing it the other day, doing a little sandboxing on Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft. My son plays a version of it on Roblox, and he digs it. So it was the first time I actually sat down and watched somebody uh, play that stuff. So interesting things there. Great way to learn your minerals. I thought that was fascinating on some of the things they had there. Hydrating a lot, good for you. It's good, man. That's good. I mix it back and forth. Salute. All right, so again, we're going to reiterate for the new people. We're going to do that PJ party on Saturday, 9 p.m. Going to do some movie talks, talk about some of the classics. Idle play. Oh, I'd play. If I had time, brother, I would absolutely be all over it. So for other people who are just joining and missed the first half, I've been messing around with a couple of new setups. Now, I'm going to let you guys draw your own conclusions here. I don't know why this became one of my setups, but I'm sure you guys can imagine. Sean, I don't drink that much, man. One or two is my max, and it's water the rest of the day. Water and coffee, friend. But yeah, I think we're gonna have some. I think we're gonna have some fun soon. At the Lego build, yeah, that's what it is, Ice Wolf. It's definitely about a Lego build. That's precisely what's going on up in here. Precisely what's going on up in here. Hand cam, that's right. That's my new thing. Just it's I'm gonna get manicures every week and just show them off with the hand cam. It's gonna be like the new tub thing. People are gonna be rocking out to hot tubs. You're just gonna be looking at pictures of my hands. That's the it thing. I'm totally meta. I'm ahead of the curve on that one. Oh, how about so here's another thing I forgot to write down that I want to mention. Let's talk some F1. Now I know everybody has their experience with F1. We have Sir Lewis Hamilton, but how about the story that came out? I think it was last week. The that's right, Ice Wolf. Um, Leclerc and Charles Leclerc talking about his father. I don't want to get this correct real quick. No, Sean, it's not going to happen. I literally just got them today. So Charles Leclerc, who his father passed away 4 years ago. He visited his father. He knew his father was sick, and at the time, um, I don't remember who he was signed to, if anybody. But he was visiting his father. He knew his father didn't have much time left, and the only thing his father, who was also a racer, a driver, wanted was for him to be a successful F1 racer. So Charles met with his father back in 2017, and um, basically on what amounted to be his father's deathbed, because his father passed away a week after the conversation occurred. Um, he had told his father that he was signing with Ferrari and would be racing for Ferrari in the 21 and 22 season, which at the time wasn't true. And his mother, after hearing him tell his father that he was going to be racing for Ferrari, that he was on a futures contract. Said, "Why would you lie to him? That's wrong." And Charles said, um, "Because I just wanted him to be proud, and I wanted him to have that moment because he knew he was going to pass." And then fast forward to him signing the contract with Ferrari. And the statement came out that when he signed the contract, the first thing he thought about wasn't himself, wasn't the money, wasn't even the car. The first thing he thought to himself was, well, from today forward, I'm not lying to my father. And I thought that was one of the coolest things to be so laser focused in life, that you've manifested your own destiny. And we saw how well he has done lately. And also, let's talk about Lando. Lando making podium. I think it was last week or the week before that. I have been getting into F1 ever since we've been opening up all the stuff from the Topps Chrome. That has been kind of my big get into starting to follow it. But a really cool story about him kind of making a lie / promise to his father, and actually being able to fulfill it. So solid stuff there. All right, so what do you have for me? Let's open this up to some questions that I can legally answer, and some sports talk. And then from there, it'll just turn into something else. Oh, also, what's the under over on the Bills getting Zach Ertz now? Oh, that's fantastic, Bolt. I didn't know that. Soon. Soon, Dave. Soon. The Evans incident? I actually started the show with that one, Benj. I mean, why are you hitting that guy? He tapped it in. You know he was going to tap it in. You know you weren't going to get to him in time. It's charging. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. So the Buffalo Bills have restructured our number one receiver's contract to give him $11 million in signing bonus, thus freeing up just shy of $9 million suddenly yesterday or 2 days ago. Well, the January 1st deadline came and went, and now Zach Ertz, who carries a tag of $8.5 million, could likely be a Buffalo Bill by next week. Motley, I could. Why, do you want me to do shout outs? Let me list them off for you, my friend. Just wondering. So I'm using Streamlabs OBS. That is the one that I've chosen so far to to stream from. There's a couple other OBSs out there that I've heard are a little bit better. I happen to just try this one. This one had some pretty decent features that I liked. So I don't necessarily have some of the other items that everyone else does. Girly to the Lions. Now, is that official? I know she was shopping around. I do know that they said they would take him if he was available. Oh no, I know. I'm only left ear at the moment. I'm just happy I fixed the every 15-minute mic cutout. I'm still working on. So there's actually a couple reasons. When I record voiceover work, I record only one channel and then I double it for production. That allows me to have two tracks that are completely identical. So I think this is just set up for my voiceover recording, which could be causing left ear only. There's a way that I can undo it, but for those who are in headphones, sorry. For those who are not in headphones, you don't even notice. Yeah, that was a little trick of the trade that I was watching a video and they're like, if you're recording dual, it's a pain. So it's better just to record in mono and then produce it twice. What's going on, Doug? Cool cats and kittens. Also Friday. Friday, this is kind of weird to say. But I'm sorry, Saturday. Saturday. I should be qualified for affiliate with Twitch. So that didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. Kind of stoked about that prospect. Seems to be a neat idea. Doug, anything new or interesting in your neck of the woods? What size shirt do I wear? If it's pre-shrunk cotton or synthetic fibers, I wear an XL. If it fits snugly, then I wear a double XL. All depends on who makes it. But typically, it's XL. Actually, Belinda, typically it's the clubs. Typically, the clubs will ban them from showing up and being allowed in there. Schmedium Husky. Schmedium Husky. Will next Thursday be a special stream? Because it'll be my first stream as an affiliate? Well, the affiliate process, I'll qualify for it on Saturday because that'll be my seventh video, my seventh live stream. I've already got the viewers, I've already got the subscribers, I've already got the followers. Oh no, lazy Swayze's in the house. What's up, man? Mike, no, man. I'll just straight up give you my address. I mean, what's up, Swayze? How you doing, brother? My address is not hard to find. I know that's extremely dangerous to say out loud, but some people know my address already because my house has its own Wikipedia page. So literally, my address is printed on the internet under the name of my house. So those who are savvy already know my address because my my house is on there. 34. I remember 34. I don't remember 34. It's a blur. It was like the year before I got married. So I don't remember anything from the year before I got married. I seem to only remember from the year I got married until now. Everything else has seemed to be meaningless. And not worth remembering. That's right. That's right, Dave. Just simply look in the Lockport B. Look to see where the most recent Kraken meth bust was, and I'm across the street. That easy. That's why I live in a fortress, because I'm in a bad neighborhood, man. Yeah, between the cameras, the dog, the security fence, and the fact that the house is solid stone, nobody's getting in unless we want them to. The dog lets us know if you're within 30 feet of our house, even outside the fence. He hears a squirrel fart on the other side of the fence. He's barking. We know. Everybody laughs. I'm dead serious. So there's an apartment building across the street, and it's owned by a slumlord. And the slumlord doesn't care. I think part of it is Section 8. Um, the Section 8 housing. I'm not complaining about Section 8 housing because people do need it, but this particular Section 8 apartment house had a crack dealer in it, or actually, I heard he did everything: crack, meth, heroin, whatever he could get his hands on, he sold it. A loud, obnoxious punk, wannabe gangster, just absolute wannabe. Like, I lived on the west side of Buffalo. I lived on a street called Prospect. I lived right by the corner of Prospect in Pennsylvania. And those people, they fired shots not to be funny. They fired shots because they had to. Um, this wannabe wankster across the street is just a turd. Like, he's a faker. He's the one that, like, anytime the cops come by, he's taunting the police. This kid's gonna accidentally fall downstairs while in police custody. You watch. But they came and grabbed him like a week ago and raided the place and they were there for hours on end. So he's not going to be back anytime soon. I managed to stop somebody that lived there. And the girl said, "Oh, he's got like 7 felonies. He's going to prison forever." So thankfully, that's no longer a problem across the street. I do. We truly, and I'm not joking, we think we can buy it for less than 20 grand. If I can buy it for less than 20 grand and I can find a way to have it not be a Section 8 house, I would either turn it back into a single family home or I would turn the 5 apartments into just 2. I would just do an upper and a lower. Because if I could buy it for 20, put in 30 or 40, and rent it as a 2-family home, you can get, $600-700 a month from each of those. That's going to more than pay for the mortgage, and it's going to clean up the neighborhood. So my property value goes up. But that's wistful thinking right now, considering my only job for the moment is what you're looking at. What up, Scotch? Actually, built a Chick-fil-A. We thought about raising it and putting in like a playground and just naming it the James Kelly place to play or something like that. Jimmy's Place. By the way, hello, Jimmy. I love you, buddy. Mel, you're pretty all right too. So yeah, that's what Up Is Life. If you want to find us, it's easy to find us. And Now that I work for myself, for the moment, now that I work for myself, yeah, if you guys have something you want to send me, I'm not going to say no. I'll probably post it and give you shout outs. That's a dog hair. I'm just waiting for Canada to let us back in. Well, thank you, Doug. I will open it and show it on camera. Speaking of dogs, he's loud. So he's the dog's name is Vigo, as in like Vigo Mortensen. Vigo. Now see, Doug, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Doug's like, you shouldn't open it on there. It's lingerie for when you do your hot tub streams. You want it to be a surprise. So, Brett? Listen, if the Suns win, there's a couple of young people on that team that are going to get some major windfall paydays. So, for their bottom line, it's going to be very expensive when they do. So Vigo is the name of our dog. Vigo Einar. Vigo, his new thing now is sitting on the windowsill and just waiting for somebody to come by. Because as soon as you come within viewing distance, he's going to bark at you through the glass to let you know he's there. Even though you probably aren't even paying any attention to the house, he's going to bring attention to the house by sitting there. And you can hold him, you can do the bark collar, it doesn't matter. He is going to sit at that window and he's going to bark, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the whole neighborhood knows our dog. And that's awesome because that means nobody in the neighborhood is going to come over unannounced, which is just the way we like it. Mike. I'm actually not a dog person. I will wholeheartedly admit I am not a dog person. I am more of a cat person. And it has been challenging being a dog father. I now know what it's like to be Snoop Dogg. I have seen a lot of videos of cats just loving keyboards or laying on people. Somebody got one of those desks where it's got it's a glass top and the keyboard slides underneath it, and they keep their hands under the glass top, and the cats will sit on the top of the desk, allowing your hands to be free. I love cats. Cats are wicked smart. That's what I like about cats. Cats are you only have to clean up their poop every couple of days instead of every day. Brett, great question. I'm going to answer that for you in a second. Um, and cats make you earn their love. Dogs unconditionally give you their love, no matter how you treat them. Cats, you have to earn it. I like that. I like to work for it. So when does DC think the card market is going to crash? I can actually now talk about this freely. So grab your crayons and your pencils, whatever you write with. Um, First of all, I wouldn't use the word crash. I'm not going to use the word crash because it's not going to crash. Here's what's going to happen. You know what? I'm just going to drop the $85 and get a Rode microphone boom arm because this one is just terrible. This is some no-name $50 one. The market is already going down. That's true. The market is already going down. You are seeing a downturn. So let's look at the market as a whole first. Yes, Doug just stole all of my thunder, and now is going to make it look like I'm just copying him to be cool. So now I'm the cheater in class, copying off of Doug's paper. Looking at collecting as a whole right now, I believe that it is more robust than ever. The floor has been lifted. The people, yeah, that's true. And so for those who don't know Doug, aka DCD Collects, Doug is literally an expert in collections and cards specifically. He is actually an authority in it. If you don't know who he is, Google him. It's just easier that way. I don't have enough words to describe him. But Doug knows what he's talking about. And if Doug says something, it's going to be true. Except for the sending me lingerie for the hot tub thing. That was definitely a lie. The bottom was raised because people who fell out of collecting had nothing better to do during the pandemic and got back into it. And even though the prices skyrocketed, now that prices are coming back down, those people are going to still be eager to get out there and see what it is. Because there are absolutely exclusivity, whatever the word is, contracts they have. So your mid-range and your lower end things, your people buying mid-range to lower end singles are not going to change through people's hands. These $4 million Luka Doncic, Loga Men 101 autos are not worth that anymore. Sorry, Luka. I mean, I am a Dallas. Some of these companies are selling. This isn't what it was 6 months ago. These huge cards, I think, are traveling because they want to keep the, hey, Tiny Dancer. I know who that. I know who that is. Yeah, the NFT. Well, gotten into NFTs through the game Worlds Apart. On actually, I'll give me 1 second. I'll share that with you. There's a game now that utilizes NFTs or allegedly utilizes NFTs. I was gonna say, I was like, I already know who that is. Anybody who's a Doctor Who fan may dig this. Let me look this up real quick. So allegedly, and I don't know if I 100% believe this, but allegedly, this game is all NFT. Every card you purchase in here is allegedly NFT. Now, this is only going to go to the Twitch people. I don't have the ability to post on YouTube. So just take a copy it off the screen. If you're a fan of Doctor Who, which I am, they have a game that every single card is going to be basically guaranteed on the blockchain. It's in alpha testing right now. The beta comes out at the end of the year. And every card is its own individual NFT. So no matter what, last time I checked, it was about $55 to confirm via the fuel charge in Ether to confirm value to CCG. It's a CCG with Doctor Who undertones. But back to the topic at hand. The top is blown completely off. So these ultra high-end modern cards are going to be basically drudging around. Of one platinum Bar, Zion Williamson rookie out of Eminence. By the way, spoiler alert, there's 5 of those. There's 5 1-of-1 Platinum Bar Zions. So that's not the only one. They're just different poses. The as a $250,000 card. Other people were saying it's closer to $500,000 because Eminence being the creme de la creme of cards. My job is not to speculate that. My job is to report on what I heard people speculating it as. That card is never more valuable. You are going to see the Mickey Mantles. You are going to see the Honus Wagners, as we just saw not too long ago. Now, Brett,